Welcome, guys. We have got Bitcoin moving. That was so close. So close over the last few days. Bitcoin held its own and it started pushing up. I was doing some prep for today's video and I was writing down all this information here. And as I was writing it down, Bitcoin just started moving on the 15-minute candle. And I was like, what's going on here? And then the announcement of Trump pausing the tariffs for 90 days. So, this is good news. It means someone's just taken a back foot off. I was saying over the last couple of days, I don't think it can go any higher until this tariff nonsense can be sorted out. And thankfully, it looks like Trump's just taken a step back, let things cool down, and then we can start organising it from there. But, God, guys, that was so close. So I've got this stuff to get through. I'm going to go through this, and then I'm going to go through the liquidity levels and the stock markets, Nasdaq, the VIX and all. There's so much in this video. I'm just going to hit the like button. I'm going to just go through it all, guys. The last few days I was very close on the line, but with the system, you don't sell until it breaks down, and it was holding bullish structure. It's just the sentiment was so heavy. But just like randomly, it just seems like we're in a simulation sometimes. You know, the news comes out just when you need it. So, the bullish pattern of Bitcoin is still intact. Brilliant news, guys. We've got this inverse head and shoulders. Anyone been watching this channel? It's from the last bull market into this bull market breakdown retest. And look at this, guys. Look how close we were on the daily. Guys, hit the like and subscribe button for this, because this touched it, wicked through it, touched it, wicked through it, and it's bouncing off. We're not through yet, but we are making so much momentum off the back of this. I think we could break through this trend line now. So let's get on to the Bitcoin channel, the Bitcoin chart. So this is, I was putting together the case. It was so bad, the sentiment, and I was like, how far can this go down? Because it was so heavy. But if we look in the daily, let's get into this, guys, and I'll show you my thoughts. I was turning bullish today. Not bullish, but I was just, where have I put this? Guys, can you see this, or am I just going mental here? Oh, there we are. I started looking at the charts and I just started seeing all this bullish stuff. And I was thinking to myself, God, are we on for this here? So, first thing I noticed was the RSI divergence. Now, if we look on the daily, it was making a low and a lower low, and the RSI divergence was making a high and a higher high. So immediately I was like, okay, we've got RSI divergence. This means a bullish move is coming, but we need to use the technicals to find it out. And then I see the fear and greed divergence. Low, a lower low, a high, a higher high. So then I'm thinking to myself, we've got divergence on the fear and greed and the RSI. Okay. And then I see this. So these notes were from today, before this candle just took off. I went in the 4 hour and I could see a W pattern forming. There was a higher high than that. So these W patterns, when they break out and break above this, they're off. And you can do the measured move. So we've got the two divergences, the W pattern on the 4 hour, and on the weekly, I mean the weekly candle's been ruined now, but it was creating a doji candle, which is, it's a reversal candle, but these candles are normally like this. There's not much body to them and they're long wicks. Oh. And these are normally formed at the top of bottoms and the reversal candle. So I could see that, even though the weekly wasn't finished, I was like, oh, that's starting to form there as well. So that was another thing. And then I had super bearish sentiment. This was incredible how bearish it was. So I'm thinking I'm adding that. And then I'm looking, okay, let's load up the EMAs. The 50 EMA, the one that's held the bull market all the way up this entire time, it's holding that. It's wick through and it's got above. So I am thinking to myself, okay, we've got all this going on now. USA raised, China raised, USA re-raised, and then I thought to myself, how far can they actually go before they have to stop? Because they were up at 100%, I think it was 80%, and I'm like, realistically, how, it can maybe go a wee bit further, but they can't go much more, surely. And then I looked at the monthly candle, and I thought to myself, let me just take this off. I said, this candle has got 21 days, and in 21 days, you're telling me Bitcoin cannot get back up above into that trend line. I was like, I can definitely do that. And then I went into the VIX. And the VIX was up massively. And it was right up here this morning. If we look at that 4 hour, it'll probably show, see, we were right up here. So it looked like it was making some momentum, it's just dumped down. But if we look on the weekly here, look at the only times it was higher than this. Japan carry trade. Pandemic. Great Recession. Back to 1990, this was the 4th highest one. And I thought to myself, that VIX is so high, the 4th highest one in, 20, 30 years? 40. So all this was shown to me like, something's brewing here. And the candle just started going, and I was like, oh, here we go. And then, so I looked at Bitcoin, I see Bitcoin pumping, and I looked down at the alts, because I've been following the alts right onto this trend line. This trend line is going from June 2023, up, down, and I was thinking to myself on the daily, I was like, God, it's close, it's hovering, and it's just popped up and it's broken through that trend line. So, we've got a move anyway. The move is on. So, guys, if you've stayed in there, superb. That was some touching cloth time there. So we're on the moon. We've got some breathing space. Now let's go into the daily. I was talking over the last few days. I was thinking to myself, such heavy macro weight on us right now. But like I said, guys, my system's telling us we're going to go to 89. And I was like, I have this system for a couple of years now, but I've seen on super extreme times of sentiment, it can overshoot. So if it's very bearish, it might overshoot a little bit further. Or if it's super bullish, it might overshoot a little bit further. But once that calms down, we can go back to just hunting liquidity like we normally do. And I even said to you guys, I've got my targets here. I was like, I just don't know if I can get to it because it just feels so bearish now. So we're off, guys, on a big bullish engulfing candle, eating up the last few days. Whew, that was a close one, guys. It definitely was. And we've got the stochastic RSI fake out, dump down, and it looks like it's coming up again. And on the back of this, guys, if you've watched my channel, I'm very much a fan of the fake out and then the huge reversal. So we have this huge trend line. It's faked out. And what happens when this fakes out is normally a bigger reaction to the opposite side. So we've got this fake out now. So this will be the 6th time it's managed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it gets, should go through now on the 6th. And just as I was going through all this bullish things here, I thought to myself, what's the, obviously apart from the sentiment, what's technically am I looking at what's here? I was like, the only thing is, Bitcoin's under this trend line. And that's when I was thinking of the monthly. It's got, I think it's 21 days. 21 days for it to move up there. No bother. So now, guys, and now we are also above the 50% of this move. So we're back into bullish territory, all in the space. The market was so beaten down by these tariffs, it just takes one word from Trump to say, we're going to pause the tariffs for 90 days, and off it goes. Now, we're not there yet, guys. We need to break this trend line. But we have hit this trend line so many times. It's just like when you're trying to break through a door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6th time, chances are you're going through. And if we hit this liquidity, we've now broken the trend line and we're probably going to spike into a higher high as well. So, very, very big change here. You know, Bitcoin was really, really battling on that line, and it showed itself to just hold that line. The S&P 500 and the stocks are all getting battered, and Bitcoin held it. Unbelievable. And now, let's look at the liquidity. So when I saw this dump down, I was thinking to myself, is it the second liquidity? You know, it's come down right here, but it's got a wee bit further to go. But look at this now. If you still use that 11-week liquidity cycle, it's maybe overshot by a couple of days, but if this starts moving up, we're on for the 11-week liquidity cycle. So guys, big change of events here. We just need to make sure the price keeps moving. Now it looks like we might have double topped up here, but we don't have to worry about that for a few months. We can just enjoy this run up here. And then the time we get to here, we'll see where this is going. But we've got a big move, guys. A move that should last us up until end of May. So you got all of April, all of May, this big move up here. Brilliant, guys. Brilliant. So next target, guys. Sorry, let's even get into liquidity. So, I was saying a couple of days ago, I was saying the volume was coming up. When I was originally talking about this, when we got this breakout, I was thinking we can come down for a retest. Well, we said we didn't have the volume there, but if we come down for a retest, we might start getting the volume to push up. So we didn't get the retest, we went a straight flush down, straight through all the trend lines. And I was like, oh, but we could see it started ticking up. I was mentioning the last couple of videos, like slowly starting rounding up. And now we've got a big spike in the volume. So guys, let's put this into perspective. We've had a fake out straight through there, and it's pumping back up now. And just like we've talked about for a long time, we're waiting for this volume to come in. It looks like the volume's starting to come in now. So we have a huge bullish engulfing candle, volume coming in. Liquidity, first stop 85, but if we go on the monthly, we'll hit that 85 and then we'll go for 89. And that's exactly where my target's been. So guys, let's not get excited too quickly here. There's still a lot of work to do. But if we break this trend line, we've already done a big chunk of the work. We've already done it here. We've got back into trend. We've fought that all off. Break this trend line, get up to here. and then we'll take it from the next step. But guys, early stages, but it looks like we are back on. Well done, Bitcoin. That's a clap to you, because that was so close there. We're not through it yet, but once we break this trend line, we should be good. But that was a close one, so hats off to you, Bitcoin. If you like these videos, guys, like and subscribe. Hit the like button. Put a comment, guys. You guys were reading it well in the comments. I was reading the comments and you're saying we're bullish, we're bullish, we're bullish. And I still just get shocked this system keeps holding up. I made this system probably about 2 years ago. I started doing this for the chart reading, and I still, sometimes I don't even believe the system's going to do it, and hasn't done it yet, but it's on the right track, guys. So we got some breathing space. I'll be back here tomorrow, same time again. Get yourself a beer, boys. Good work. Speak to you tomorrow. Cheers.